So hello and welcome everybody to the Computer Science Electronic Engineering Postgrad Opportunities live event. Thank you so much for tuning in from wherever you are. We'll be taking questions throughout this event, so just drop us a comment in the live chat, and we might not get to everyone's questions during the event, but we will make sure that we answer all your questions, albeit maybe sometime later. Today we're talking everything postgrad at Bangor Computer Science Electronic Engineering, postgraduate study, so which courses are available, research opportunities and how to apply. Joining me today we have Bill, Cameron, Dan and Mazia, which I'm sure are all known to you already. So
hi everyone.
Hi. Hi everyone.
Hello. Joining me today we have Bill. So we're going to start off with introducing Bill. Bill is the school's postgraduate research lead and program lead for the generalist computing courses. Cameron is the program lead for the advanced computer science courses, and then I will move to Daniel, who's the lead for all the engineering courses, and after that Mazia, who is our director of research. So perhaps Bill, if you'd like to go first.
Hi everyone. It's also a chance. It's Cameron first, isn't it?
And after that Mazia, who is the director of research. So, okay, Cameron, you can go first. And perhaps when you're introducing yourself, you could answer the first question, which I would have for you, which is, what does it mean to go on to postgraduate study at Computer Science and Electronic Engineering?
Well, afternoon, everyone. I'm glad you all joined us. I'm Cameron. I'm the newest lecturer on the panel. However, I'm the program lead for the advanced computer science courses. Those are the ones designed for Bangor students that have done computer science to progress onto. And my answer to Stevie's question is that postgraduate study, whether it's research or taught, is your opportunity to specialise more and deepen your knowledge about the field you're studying.
So hi everyone, my name is Bill and I'm the postgraduate research lead and program lead for the generalist computing courses as discussed. And answer Stevie's question, it's also a chance for you to change your focus and venture into a slightly different discipline if you're doing a generalist program. So you can go from one undergraduate degree and into computing if you want to.
Hi everyone, I'm Mazia. I teach photonics at the undergrad and the grad level. Postgraduate research is an excellent way if you want to get into an academic or an industrial research career, and it's also a great opportunity to add to the general body of knowledge, scientific knowledge.
So good afternoon everyone, I'm Daniel. I'm sure most of you know who I am. So I'm the program lead for the engineering postgraduate courses. So in addition to what everybody else has mentioned, you're also going to get a chance to get your hands on some nice cool bits of kit and toys. So good afternoon everyone.
Okay, thanks everybody. So judging by your answers, there seem to be two paths that any of our graduates could take. That's research and taught.
Absolutely. So in terms of the engineering programs, we've got a complete suite of taught programs as well as a raft of pure research degrees. So electronic engineering has also got an MRes course, which blends both the taught aspect and the research as well.
Cool. So what's the difference for students?
The research programs, the PhD, MPhil, MSc by research, are 100% research, and there are no taught modules. The taught programs operate much like the undergraduate courses. There are modules, lectures, labs, assignments, and some exams covering the usual 2 semesters. You then complete a more in-depth dissertation over the summer. It's also a full-year program running from October through to September, although a 2-year part-time option is available. You'll be taught by subject experts for each module, as with your undergraduate studies. You will have a personal tutor as before, and then would work with an academic directly on your project over the summer.
The research degrees are a little more open. You would investigate a new research question. In the process, you would devise an experiment and build equipment setups. You might attend academic conferences, write and contribute to scientific papers. The work you do will be assessed by experts in your topic. They would read your thesis and give you feedback. The thesis is a longer version of a dissertation, and it describes the work you've done in the process of getting a degree. A master's level program is usually a year, and a PhD is about 3 to 4 years, depending on the circumstances. During the process, you'll be working with your supervisor, but you'll also have a personal tutor for the non-research side of things. You'll also have meetings with your supervisor at least every 2 weeks to track progress, to see if there's any problem. But in practice, you would most likely meet with your supervisor much more frequently.
So in terms of the MRes degrees, so it's a hybrid program that has the usual mixture of lectures and practical sessions during your first semester. But then from January in the second semester until September, you'd embark on an extended dissertation project, which would be closely resembled to a research degree.
Great, thank you for that. Could you just tell us a little bit more about what subjects there are available to choose from, please?
On the computer science side, we've got 2 different groups, the advanced and the generalist programs. I'm going to talk about the advanced ones. Bill will talk about the generalist programs. We've specifically designed the advanced programs as a progression route for current CS and CIS students, and there are 2 flavors. We've got advanced computer science and advanced data science. The computer science one has the widest range of options, giving you a choice to tailor your degree to the career aspirations you've got, so you can actually choose the modules that will best suit your career. These modules cover high-performance computing and using the supercomputing Wales cluster, machine learning, AI, data and visualization, as well as virtual, mixed and augmented reality. The Advanced Data Science course has fewer options because it's far more tailored for data science careers. It's entirely customized to allow you to join the emerging data economy when you graduate. The modules focus on the main topics of data, security, processing, and machine learning.
Thank you, Cameron. So in terms of the electronic engineering programs, we've got 2 custom MSc programs. So one in nanotechnology and microfabrication, and the other in broadband and optical communications. So we also offer a progression electronic engineering MSc with options to specialize in communications, control systems, sensors, and fabrication techniques. So embarking on the EE MSc, so just the regular electronic engineering MSc, allows you to choose your own route to your ideal engineering career. So the MRes program shares a common first semester with the progression MSc program.
Thank you, Daniel. The generalist programs in CS are specifically devised to allow any discipline to add IT and computing skills to their existing degree. Every career path going forward will benefit from computing skills, and the generalist programs cover all the important areas: programming, databases, user experience, maths, machine learning, AI, and the web. Students can select from these areas to make their qualification even more relevant to the vocation they want to join. These programs have also been crafted to allow CS students to, shall we say, pull up their qualification if they didn't do as well as they would have liked in their first degree. There are 3 generalist program titles: computing and computing for data science. These mirror the advanced programs. And the other one with the School of Psychology is the Rise of the Machines. And it's a very interesting and topical new collaboration with that school. It looks at AI, technology, and psychology together, and how they can be combined to enable and enhance our modern world.
Thanks, Bill. Could you tell me about the kind of research topics and that are available, and you know, I suppose how you would choose?
So we're quite broad in that sense. There's quite a wide range of possible topics within the department. On the electronic side, we specialize in electronic device technology. These can be used for energy generation, sensing, and communications, among other things. And then alongside this, because these are devices that have to be built in a specific material, there's a material science technology to realize these, and we're active in that area. There's also a strong research interest in photonics, in microelectromechanical systems, or MEMS, and the application of lasers and photonics for machining, for communications, sensing, and medicine. We have a medical microwave group. They do research on microwave technology for new medical treatments, for example, treating trauma or cancer. The school also hosts an institute called the Nuclear Futures Institute. They do research on the newest generation of nuclear reactors to support carbon neutral power for the environment. They also look at ways to reprocess the nuclear fuel to lessen the environmental impact of nuclear energy. We also have a recently set up center called the DSP, or Digital Signal Processing Center of Excellence, and they look at ways to speed up Wi-Fi, mobile, Internet of Things, and then improving the technology going into the 5G mobile networks and beyond that.
Thanks, Mazia. The computer scientists have a similarly wide range of research interests. There is the visualization, data modeling, and graphics group. They investigate methods of harnessing and deploying data to allow better decisions to be made. This includes the full suite of data science, machine learning, and AI, as well as the information visualization, scientific visualization fields, just a hint of psychology thrown in. The group has specialisms in learning analytics, visual analytics, machine learning, immersive analytics, using VR and AR, medical simulation, and real-time modeling. Other academics are investigating the applications of game theory in social settings and networks, communication protocols and design, advanced software architectures and metrics, procedural animation and game design, natural language processing, real-time data acquisition from the Internet of Things, and modeling of dynamic systems such as power stations. Computer science hosts a center for doctoral training in AI, machine learning, and advanced computing. The acronym is AIMLAC, but unfortunately applications for this year's intake have already closed.
Thanks, Bill. Can you tell me, what does research study do for a student's career prospects?
Master's qualifications are a massive boost to career prospects in industry. The UK Commission for Employment and Skills predicted that roughly 15%, that's 1 in 7, of jobs will likely need a postgraduate degree by 2022, and that's not that far away anymore. Employers also report a far greater likelihood of employing a graduate with a vocation-tailored master's degree. However, there's no separate jobs market for those with postgraduate degrees. So it's not like you can just go to a different website and you get different jobs or better jobs. But your degree would effectively place you higher up the likely to employ list for any graduate placement or job. The Higher Education Policy Institute reports in 2020 that those postgraduate degree holders will earn on average 18% more than those that have just a first degree from 6 months after their graduation. The better news is that electronic engineering and computer science are fields that particularly benefit from a postgrad bonus in both salary and conditions.
Well, that's good news. So what's the, let's just talk about the entrance criteria for postgraduate study. If I go to you first, Mazia.
Yeah, so in general, for the research degrees, you need to have a 2:1 minimum in your undergrad degree or already hold an MSc degree. For the MRes, there's a minimum of a 2:2 degree. Now, in terms of background, it can be quite broad. For example, if you're coming into electronics, you can come in from an electronics or electrical engineering background. You can also come in from a physics background. So it's quite a wide range.
For the generalist master's courses in computer science, the requirements are very general. Just have to have a minimum of a third-class undergraduate degree in any subject. It could be psychology, it could be any subject, biology. You may, the generalist programs have been designed so that you can pursue perhaps a career change choice.
Brilliant, thank you. Cameron?
The advanced computer science programs, as well as the bespoke engineering master's programs, have a minimum of a 2-2 in computer science, electronic engineering, or a closely related subject.
Great, thank you for that. Now, I suppose perhaps one of the most important questions for a lot of students is how much is all this going to cost? So let me go to you first, Mazia.
So it depends on whether you're a home student or an international student. If you're a home student and want to go on to the full-time research program, and including the MRES, there's a basic fee of £5,750 per year, but there may be additional bench fees. These will all be specified and detailed in your offer letter. For international students, it's higher. It's £18,000 a year, and again, the bench fees may apply depending on the situation.
So, full-time home students completing a taught program, no matter if it's the advanced or generalist form in computer science, can expect to be charged £8,500 for the year. International students looking to study computer science as full-time taught will be charged £16,500, and those in electronic engineering will be charged £17,800.
But there is some good news in this. It's not just all downside of it costing a lot of money. Bangor does have our loyalty discounts. So for qualifying graduates that go on to study a 1-year full-time taught program, doesn't apply for research degrees, there is a £500 discount from your fees if you stay at Bangor. However, if you're receiving a scholarship or other discounts on your fees already, you'll need to check the terms of those specifically, as it might exclude you from this offer.
Great, thank you. That's really helpful. Is there any funding available to help with these costs?
Yes, for especially the research degrees, there's funding available. For example, there's a Center for Doctoral Training associated with the Nuclear Futures Institute. And there's also a program called KES, or KES2, now this current version. And they have MSc by research places available for EE and CS. Obviously, this changes with the time, so you should be following and tracking what's available for the time that you're going to apply and plan ahead, obviously.
On the taught side, both English and Welsh students can now use any unused time on their student finance to fund a first taught postgraduate degree. So that means if you haven't used the extra year by repeating or changing course or moving university, you will probably still have finance available, but you need to check with student finance directly.
There are also private options if neither of these are a possibility for you. The UK government offers professional and career development loans through the National Career Service. These are like existing student finance, but repayments start 1 month after completing your course instead of on an income threshold. There are also postgraduate doctoral and master's loans administered through student finance too. These do not cover all the costs of studying, but do cover the tuition fees. The Money Advice Unit can help with specific advice, and they can be reached on 01248 383 566 or moneysupport@bangor.ac.uk.
Of course, there's also private scholarships, bursaries and funding that you can investigate, although these are often highly competitive, so you do need to be prepared and investigate your options fully. The research institutes within the school quite often have places come up too. We advertise these using the official school Facebook groups and our Facebook page, etc. So keep an eye out on those.
Thank you. So once a student has made up their mind to embark on postgraduate study, how and when do they apply?
Yes, so in general, the process is to first find a supervisor So for both of the MSc by research and the PhD degrees. So you approach potential supervisors to discuss your project ideas and see if their research aligns with your interest. Once you find a supervisor that's willing to take you on, you need to prepare a research proposal and then apply directly for the program on the Bangor website. In principle, you can start a research degree at any month, but remember that there needs to be some processing to be completed. So you need to leave plenty of time before you actually plan to start, to allow for the processing to be done.
The taught programs, including the MRes, start with the usual semester in September, October. This means that you should apply directly on the Bangor website before the end of August to start that September. You may be asked for some additional documentation as part of the application. We do have specific postgraduate admissions tutors to help and answer any questions you might have for computer science, CSEE for electronics, Zhang Feng Chen. But there's a point I need to make here. Make sure you apply for the right program. If it's a research program and you're doing a master's in science by research, then make sure you type in MSc by research. If it's a partially taught program, make sure you say MRes. You need to distinguish between the two, otherwise you'll come through to the different people.
Great, thank you very much. So I think we'll take some questions now from the audience. So the first question that has come in is, what are the entry requirements for electronic engineering MSc?
I'm happy to take that one as electronic engineering postgrad. So you need, as Cameron mentioned during the session, you need at least a 2.2 degree or equivalent in order to apply for the electronic engineering MSc.
Great, thanks, Daniel. Okay, right. Well, I think we're waiting for any more questions to come in. We can't see any at the moment, so thank you all for joining us. This video will be posted on the school YouTube channel as well as Facebook, and if you want to watch it again, it'll be there for you. If you've got any questions about any of the programs, please contact either Bill, Cameron, or Dan. And any questions about the applicant process, you can speak to CSEE or Shangfeng. Questions about research programs should be directed to Mazia and Bill. But if they are about specific projects, then directly to that lecturer, please. Good luck with the rest of your semester. We know it's been really hard. We feel your pain, and we really look forward to seeing you back as postgrads perhaps next year. So thank you all. Thank you all for taking part. That's all for now, and all from us. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.